Hello Gaudi class and welcome to today's maths lesson. We're going to be looking at pictograms again. Now yesterday I told you it was really important that you look at the key, and although the key yesterday was just one object, today we're going to be looking at two objects, which is why it's really important that you make sure you always look at the key and include a key. So here we have Jed. And he has collected some fruit. He's got some apples, some oranges and bananas. Now, if you look really carefully at the key, it's telling you that one of these circles is two pieces of fruit, which means that we need to count in twos. So if we wanted to find out how many oranges he's collected, we find our oranges and we count in twos. So that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many bananas has he collected? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. How many more bananas are there than apples? So if we look, this is a bit more confusing than we were doing yesterday because we've got one at the top and one at the bottom. But if we look at where they stop matching, we've got apple stops there. So if we kind of go like that down our chart, this is where they match, our apples and our bananas. And these are the extra bananas that Jed has. So we could just need to count these bananas here. So we've got 2, 4, 6. The other way you could do that is you could count up how many apples he's got. So he's got 6. You could count up how many bananas he's got, which is 12. And then you could do 12 take away 6, which would also give you 6. So you could do it that way too. Right, now, this one's really here to trick us. Just very carefully look at what the difference between the two chart pictograms is. And although the picture is the same, this one here is 2 pieces of fruit, and this one here is only 1 piece of fruit. So when we're looking at this one here, week 1, we count in twos, but when we're looking at week 2, we just count in ones. That's really confusing. That's why it's really important, and I'm going to keep telling you this again and again. It is really important to always check the key. So how many fruits did Ron eat in week 1? So here's week 1, here are his fruits, and we're counting in twos. 2. Oh, sorry, we're just Ron. Sorry, I got that one wrong, didn't I? Right, how many fruits did Ron eat, Mrs Gabella? Ron. Right, here's Ron in week 1. 2, 4, 6. He had 6. How many fruits did Mo, so here's Mo, eat in week 2? I'd already cheated and looked to see it was week 2. How many fruits did Mo eat in week 2? And this time we are counting in ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we looked at the charts, it would look like Mo had eaten more than Ron. There's 3 peaches here and there's 5 peaches here. So it looks like Mo's had more, but because the keys are different, because these are 1 each and these are 2 each, actually Ron has eaten more. Let's try another one. So again, just checking our key, this one is still 2 pieces and this one is 1 piece. So we are counting in ones here and in twos here. How many fruits did Eva eat in week 1? So we're going to week 1, we're going to Eva, and we are counting in twos. So 2, 4, 6. How many fruits did Eva eat in week 2? So let's have a look. Here's Eva, here's week 2. So again, we're counting in ones this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's only 1 more than she ate the previous week. But if you look at it, it looks like she ate a lot more fruit than she did here. So be very careful. Right, we're going to do some comparisons now. How many more fruits did Annie eat in week 2 compared to week 1? So here's Annie in week 2 and here's Annie in week 1. So let's have a look. In week 1, counting in twos, she had 2. So I'm just going to put in week 1 she had 2. I'm just going to put that under where it says week 1. And in week 2, we're counting in ones. She had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many more did she have? So how many more is 6 than 2? So 6 take away 2 is 4. Okay. How many more fruits did Ron eat in week 1 compared to week 2? So here's Ron in week 1. And he counting in 2s, so he had 2, 4, 6 in week 1. And in week 2, Ron ate, we're counting in 1s, he ate 1, 2, 3. So difference, 6 take away 3 is 3. Okay. Rosie and Amir have been making pictograms of animals they saw on their walk. They saw 10 ostriches and 6 horses. Where on earth did they go for a walk? Can you help them to Can you help them to complete the pictogram? So our key is that one triangle is 2 animals, so we need to be counting in 2s. So we need 10 ostriches. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I just want to go down. 10. And like I said to you yesterday, please make sure that your pictograms line up underneath each other. They're super neat. And they saw 6 horses. So we've got 2, 4, 6. I'm just going to check that. 10 ostriches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 6 horses, 2, 4, 6. And we can see they are lined up and that there are more ostriches than there are horses. Okay, so now we're going to use a tally chart to complete the pictogram. And our key is that one of these boxes is 2 animals. So our dogs, we've got 5, 10, because it's a tally, so we can count that. So we have got 2, 4. This is all a lot of going backwards and forwards, isn't it? Looking at different things and making sure we've got what we need. So we need, here we've got 10. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in our totals, so it saves us having to keep counting. So we've got 5, 10 here, so 10 dogs, and we've got 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cats, 5, 10, 11, 12 rabbits, and 5, 10, 15. 15 fish. I'm already panicking. Right, so we need 10 dogs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We need 14 cats, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We need 12 rabbits, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we need 15 fish, 2, 4, 6, I'm a bit worried about this, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now, if I put another box, I'm going to end up with 16. So I need to find a way to show you that I need half of that because I only need 15. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do, doesn't want to know. I was hoping I could make that smaller. It doesn't seem to want to. Look, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be thinner. So it's only, I'm not sure what I've done then. It's only half a box. That's a bit odd. I'm sorry about that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And I can see I haven't got 2 there. I've only got 1 there. So that's 15. We're going to look at that one a bit more here. So you can see on this key here that there's a circle for 2 children. So when there's only 1 child, you just have half a circle. So you cut it in half down the middle. Doesn't matter if you cut it top and bottom, but it's much easier to do it from side to side. Just cut it in half, and that would be 1 child. So here you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 children who enjoy playing football. Here you've got 2, 4, and 1 more, 5 children who enjoy playing rugby, 2 who enjoy tennis, and then 2, and again, we've only got 1 here. So 3 children who enjoy doing hockey. And this is where things start to get super tricky. We can count in 2s, we can count in 1s, but it's when we've got both on the same diagram that we start having to really use our brains and think hard. So be super careful with that one. Can't. turn the page. Okay, and again here you can see our key is that the triangle is 2 children, but if you look here you'll see we've only got half a triangle. So how many children, this is ice cream flavours and the number of children, how many children like chocolate? So we've got one whole one, so we know that's 2, and then we've got a half triangle, so we know that's only 1, so we've got 2, 3. How many children like salted caramel? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And how many more children like strawberry than vanilla? So here's our strawberry and here's our vanilla. So let's count them. We've got 2, 4 here. And we've got 2 and again a half. So 2, 3 here. So what is 4 take away 3? 1. Okay, so now it is your turn. Again, this is the first time we've done pictograms with more than one in the key, for a key of 2. So if you're not sure, if you're a little bit confused, then start at challenge 1. Even if you don't normally do challenge 1, do challenge 1 for today. If you think, start from challenge 1 for today, not just do challenge 1, but start from challenge 1. If you think you just want to check you know what you're doing. So it says that 8 children like lions. So here are our lions, we need 8 children, and our key is that 1 heart is 2 animals. So we are going to need to draw enough hearts for 8. So we're going to count in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have got 4 children like elephants, so we've got to do 4. So again, lining them up really carefully. 2, 4. And then we've got 6 children who like tigers. And I'm not going to do that one for you because you've got to do some work for yourself. So 6 children at the bottom who like tigers. Remember, you are counting in 2s. That key is always so important. Challenge 2. You have got a pictogram of sports. We've got tennis, football, netball. We've got tallies and we've got totals. So actually, if you've got the total, you can ignore the tally. And you have got to draw the pictogram, and 1 circle is 2 votes. Now I find it really hard to draw half circles, but just remember, so if you do the football and the netball first, that's easier because you're just drawing whole circles. Both of those are even numbers. It's our odd number, our 5, that's going to be the problem. So for a half a circle, it's easy to do the line first because then you can see, and then it doesn't matter how badly you draw the other half of the circle, as long as you can see there's the line there. If you draw the circle first, you tend to get a bit messed up with the line. As long as I can see the difference between your whole circles and whatever else you're using, that's absolutely fine. But circles are really hard to draw halves of. So 5 tennis, be careful with that one. 20 football, 10 netball, those are easier because you're just counting in 2s. Okay. So for this one here, you're going to draw the whole of the pictogram and there's nothing there to help you. So I am just going to change my camera for a moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the totals for my tallies because that's going to make it much easier for me to do my pictogram. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 here. And I have got 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 here, 5 here, and 5, 10 here. So now I'm ready to draw my pictogram. So again, I need exactly what it says in this column underneath. So I've got my text type. I have my poetry, comics, fiction, and reports. Oops, that's gone right down off the edge of my screen. Right, so I need to draw my 18 poetry and I need to do my key. So I think for my key, I know it says to use circles, but the problem I have with circles is I can't draw half a circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to triangles and you are free to do whatever shape you like. So that's going to be 2 people or 2 children, okay? So for poetry, I need 18. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. For comics, I need 21. So I'm going to make sure I'm lining that up underneath. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And then, because there's that half one, I'm going to draw a straight line there. So that looks like a skinny triangle. I'm not going to do them all because that's your work. But when you're finished, then you can put in your lines in between to make sure that it's all neat. And you've got your pictogram. I can't get my ruler there, the camera's in the way. So like I said, don't worry about using a circle. I just find circles really difficult to draw halves of. For number 4, again, you've got a pictogram. This one does use triangles, so you're okay. To show the tally below. So you've got some birds in the garden and it tells you the number. Again, do the total first because that's always easiest to work from. It's much easier to work from a total than it is from a tally. And then draw the pictogram. And I've shown you how, so there's no excuses. Okay, this is your super challenge. Olivia is drawing a pictogram to show Year 2's favourite playground games. So we've got football, skipping, hopscotch and races. And the key, which is really important, and we're going to check out the key. The key says 2 children. Okay, so one circle is 2 children, no half children. So it says, Olivia says, I must draw 10 circles to show that 20 children like skipping. So she's going to draw 10 circles here to show that 20 children like skipping. Is that correct? So if you agree with Olivia, you say yes, because. And if you don't agree with Olivia, you say no, because. And explain why she's right or she's wrong. And this is a lovely, tricky one to get your brain around. So here is a pictogram, and the first thing that's annoying about this one is that it's straight up in the air. It's not the other way around like we've been used to. So if you're feeling uncomfortable about that, just turn your head and look at it sideways. But it is, because we've done all our pictograms sideways, this one's actually going up. It doesn't matter, it's just normally they are done sideways. So it's part A. There are more ice creams sold at the weekend than during the rest of the week. So the weekend is Saturday and Sunday. So are there more ice creams sold on Saturday and Sunday? And it says, convince me. So tell me how many ice creams they sell on Saturday and Sunday and how many they sell during the rest of the week. True or false? 3 ice creams were sold on Tuesday. There are your Tuesday ice creams. Is that true or false? And explain why. Yes, it's true. Or it's false because, and you can explain. I'm not telling you. And then justify. This is a very exciting one. If someone working at this ice cream shop needed to take a day off, what would be a good day for them to take off? Why? Which would be the best day for them to take off? So this is really an interesting, thought-provoking question. I look forward to seeing all your answers on Tapestry, and I will see you for the next lesson.